The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the August 8th, I think it is, the terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Now, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I am here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. I'd love to hear from you at 877-927-6648. Now, if you've got a question but you can't call in, I've got your back. You can send me an email. Send it off to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And, of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. A sea of green out there. All the U.S. indices we track to the trading the upside. All the sectors inside the S&P 500 doing the same. Dow's up 570. S&P's up 94. NASDAQ 408, 2.25% move. The big mover out there has been the semis. They're up 210 points, nearly 5%. Trading's up 229. Gold's up 22. Silver 50 cents. Light sweet crude is up 67 pennies. Our leader in the clubhouse out here is Eli Lilly, up $59.90, $60 right now. Nearly an 8% move there. Monolithic Power Systems, $54, 7%. Parker Hannifin, $51, 10%. KLA Corp, $39, 6%. Lam Research, $37, 5%. Our shakers to the downside, that's led by McKesson Corporation, off $69, 11% move. EPAM Systems, $19, 9%. J Frog off $11, 31%. Root is down $10, nearly $10, 18% there. And Dutch Brothers is off $8.50. That's a 20. We got some shakers out there for sure, but we've also got some movers. But what I want to know is, what are the markets communicating to us right now at 11:09 in the morning? Well, if we take a look at that New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line, advanced decline oscillator, we are still below the zero threshold level. You'll want to watch that both today and tomorrow. As long as price remains below that level, that tells us that sellers are in control. That's really the same message that we have going with the spot volatility, which is still trading above its 50-day exponential moving average. The 50-day is currently at 1692. The spot VIX is at 2483. We're just trading inside yesterday's bar, so it's not giving us a clear signal there. All right, what else is going on? Well, Stevie, let's go change our screens to those white background screens. Let's go take a look at those new profiles inside the ES, the NQ, and also Russell 2000 has decided to join in. Now, what we don't know is whether or not these profiles will hold, but here's what we do know. Let's open up the daily ES mini chart. We're going to go take a look at the intraday charts here just to get a better feel for the play-by-play and what's going on. Here you can see that nice TD9 count, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top all the way at that all-time high out there that led to a move all the way back towards its prior swing point from back in the May timeframe out there. Never actually got down there, which is kind of a bullish thing. That would be 51.13. A to B equals CD pattern. You can visually see that to the downside. It's more than a 1-to-1 level out there. And therefore, a bullish reversal candle is going to confirm a buy the D point pattern, a Gartley buy pattern out there. We may get that at day's end. It would be very likely to get that at day's end because yesterday's body was fairly narrow out there. Now, what we can see here is this new profile, and this is a bullish structured profile. So let's pay attention. Let's check back in with me tomorrow, or if you're a subscriber, we'll probably know tonight at about, oh, no, I won't be able to do it at 6:01. But Well, we'll certainly know tomorrow whether or not this profile has taken hold. We'll know this evening. 5168 is the support level. The center, which is where we're trading right now, center is where both buyers and sellers believe there's fair value. The center is at the 5312 level. Now, if we close above the center of a bullish structured profile, that increases the odds of a move up to the top of the profile, and that number is 5552. I'm not saying that happens today. I'm not saying that happens until we know if this profile takes hold and where price closes. There would be a battle, though, at that oscillator and change line. That's at 5403 as we speak right now. So you could get a Gartley buy pattern that forms today inside the ES Mini out there. If we take a look at the NQ, we've really got the same situation. That situation being price got back to its swing point, the low of its swing point. It actually didn't, let me see, did it get down there? 17,351. It did not. So just like the ES Mini. Well, the ES Mini didn't get back to even the top of the swing point. In this case here, the NQ, it was to the bottom of that swing point. So a bullish engulfing candle, very much similar to yesterday's candle, is very narrow bodied like the ES Mini. So pretty easy to get a bullish engulfing candle. New profile that's forming, also a bullish structured profile. 17,587 is support. The center of this profile is at 18,297. If we close above that, it increased the odds. We'll move up to 19,480. That would be the place to be looking for a short. Based upon what we're looking at 11:12 in the morning. Now, 18,757-ish could also be another area to be taking a look at a possible short. Why? Because if we take a look at the oscillator and change line, we can see how that has acted as resistance. It has now changed from green to red. Red is more bearish out there. But nonetheless, we want to watch today's close. We want to understand if we have these new profiles that take hold. And if we do, then we're going to at least likely go target those oscillator and change lines. Again, right now about 18,757 and 5402 for the ES Mini out there. In the case of the Dow, there's no A to B equals CD pattern on the downside. The retracement here, meaning the high from July 31st, was way more than a 0.786 retracement. So no A to B equals CD pattern. All we had out here was the Dow testing and rejecting its prior swing point. Well, that in fact can be a bottom. So that took place. Sorry that you can't hear it. Dan, don't know what's going on there. I'll check into that, would you? Maybe there's a problem inside the den. But if we do take a look at what's going on with regard to the Dow Equity Future contract, it made its way back, tested, rejected that 38,700 area, and but it's still trading below profile. So the Dow, the YM, and the NQ are the ones that are going to give the message to the Dow out here. And I think that's really the same thing with regard to the Russell 2000. Russell 2000 made its way back to the top of its swing point in 1992. It actually didn't make it all the way down there. You have a new profile that is forming today, or attempting to form, support at 2025.60, resistance up at the 2156 level out there. So that's what's going on when we take a look at the daily equity future contracts. But we don't want to really stop there. What we want to go do is take a look at, you know what we're going to do here? I'm going to quickly put up the DAX chart. Multi-time frame charts for the DAX, because it was certainly trading in the green, came back from red to green today. If we take a look at that daily time frame, geez, you got a bullish hammer candle out there at the moment. Really what I was going to look at is a 30-minute time frame chart. You will see that we're likely to get at 11:30 a confirmed TD9 count top inside of the DAX out there. And that will lead us to going and take a look at the NQ we get back from this break. Why? Because the two are very correlated from a directional standpoint. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no cash or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So we got the multi-time frame charts for the NQ up on my screen. We were looking at a 30-minute time frame chart for the DAX, and here's a 30-minute time frame chart for the NQ. Both are going to go ahead and are likely going to go ahead and confirm TD9 count tops here at another 12 minutes. Now, what that suggests is that price should pull back and test support. Support here on a 30-minute time frame for the NQ is going to be the 18,164 level. I'm not saying price can't get below that. A move down to 18,082.70. Well, an 18,082 would be where a counter trend move to the downside would end. So keep your eye on the 30-minute time frame charts for the NQ. Expect and anticipate some kind of retracement. And now it's really up to us to determine how support gets handled. When we talk about resistance now to the upside, the chart that you're going to really pay attention to is the 2-hour time frame chart. And why is that, Stevie? Well, number one, you've got a nice TD9 count bottom out here. That went ahead and confirmed at 10 o'clock in the morning. That was a couple of days ago. Now what we're dealing with is, since then, we've got new profiles that have formed, and we can see that price was below the bottom of the bullish structured profile in the 2-hour time frame chart for well more than 2 consecutive bars. So if this is more than a counter trend move, you will see a close above 18,373. Now, the current bar is going to complete at 12 noon. So you could even get that by 12 noon. You could get a retracement, that's in essence beginning right now for that TD9 count. So you want to watch support there. But you also want to watch resistance. In the case of the NQ, a close above 18,373 is going to get us up to the 18,588 level. That's a TD9 count breakdown resistance. You close above that, you're going to have an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Not going to draw that in right now, just one step at a time. But those are the charts that I would be watching. The 30-minute time frame chart to see if support holds, and the 2-hour chart to watch if resistance fails out there. You can see on the 5-hour time frame chart at 18,153, you also have resistance. That's more of an equally balanced profile. So that's just both buyers and sellers are at that range out there. So that's what's going on. We take a look at the NQ. queue out there. We can come back and take a look at the others, other equity future contracts, or anything else that you want. We got plenty of time left in the show. Let's switch over and take a look at some of the requests that have come in. I don't want to get behind on those. And the first one that came in this morning was from Alton, and it was with regard to Pan American Silver out here, PAAS. And his question is buy, sell, or hold. So when we take a look at this, I'd really have to first I would have to know what's your long-term position. So buy, sell, or hold, that would be different perhaps on the daily than it is on the weekly, than it is on the monthly chart. But let's just analyze the charts out here. And what we know with regard to Pan American Silver, it's got an A to B equals C to D pattern out here, more than a 1-to-1 level. And what this is waiting for at the moment, Alton, is a bullish reversal candle. So it is not a buy, as I see just yet. If we get a bullish reversal candle, we're trading inside that swing point, that downdraft from August 5th. That had volume of 5.4 million shares. We're back to, wow, this is pulling back with volume. Here's what I can tell you. You got already 3.5 million shares today. So what I would say, Alton, is you should expect and anticipate at least a test of that swing point low. That swing point low is from the trading day of August 5th. That's at 1786. A close below 1786 with more than 5.4 million shares would set up a whole new A to B equals CD downside pattern out there. The A point would be that TD9 count top. The B point would be that August 5th low out there. So that would be a gigantic one. Now, I don't know if price is going to bust through that level or not. Let's see what's going on. We take a look at a weekly time frame and a monthly time frame. So the weekly, in essence, is not on a buy. It's not necessarily on a hold. Would I short the stock? No, I wouldn't short it out there. But it's neither a buy nor a hold on the daily time frame. On a weekly time frame, well, price is now trading below the bottom of its weekly profile of 1987. It doesn't have a confirmed topping pattern. That doesn't mean it hasn't topped out there. So this is not on a buy either. You can get to the buy if we get a bullish reversal candle on the daily, and then you want to see what happens at 1987. And on a monthly time frame, looks like you just have a good old-fashioned consolidation with inside profile levels right now between 1602 and 2248. So your question was buy, sell, or hold out there. I tell you what, if price does close below the low of August 5th, it certainly would be on a sell in the daily time frame. In essence, that's what it's on the weekly. And the monthly is just simply a neutral signal out there. So it would all depend upon where you're at inside of PAAS. Now, I don't know about the directional correlation between this and silver. Silver's likely, well, we could try to find out. You know what I'll do? I'll set that up during a break out there. We'll take a look at Pan American Silver and silver itself. I'm sure there's a good directional correlation. The reason is because silver could form a Gartley buy pattern today out there. So let's go take a look at our next request coming in from the den from Mr. Bill. I'd like to take a look at XLV because of that gigantic move in Eli Lilly, which we're going to actually look at next for ELO inside the Tigers Den. So we take a look at the XLV out here, Mr. Bill. What we see is nothing more than a consolidation with inside the daily profile. Yesterday, price got down, tested the bottom of that profile at the 145.99 level. We've gapped up today. Yes, Eli Lilly out there is helping that gap to the upside, but just a consolidation. The next level of resistance on any further rallies, 149.22 for the XLV. You close above that, you get back to the 150.57 level. On a weekly time frame chart, we don't have any kind of a topping pattern. Price remains above profile, so it's really a bullish signal out there on the weekly time frame. The monthly may form, likely to form a TD9 count top at the end of the month, but of course that high could actually come in September. With price having tested, Mr. Bill, the monthly oscillator and change line, it signals neutral to bullish. It most certainly is not bearish. So you got neutral to bullish on the monthly, you've got bullish on the weekly, you got a consolidation going on inside the daily time frame. So I hope that gave you the information that you were looking for. Let's see what Eli Lilly is telling us out here. This for ELO inside the Tigers Den, and this gap to the upside confirms a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom right now. Price is traded above the top of its profile. So ELO, the number that you first want to watch, you'd like to see this close above 831.77. You'd like to see it close above today and tomorrow. That would give you a profile change in trend on the daily time frame, and that would suggest higher price. Where would the next higher price be, ELO? Excellent question. Well, you've got 841.61, which is the bottom of the weekly profile. What we can also see about that weekly profile is that was a bullish structured profile. and price closed below last week and the week before. So you've got your 2 consecutive closes below support. So if this is just a counter trend move inside Eli Lilly, and I want you to take a look at the daily gap to the upside that is confirmed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, and combine that with now what we just said and take a look at the weekly chart. And so all that we actually have out here, Mr. Bill, because you're looking at the XLV, ELO, because you're looking at Eli Lilly specifically, is price stopped right where the center of that profile is. So right now, this is just a counter trend move, even with the daily giving us a buy signal out there. On a weekly time frame, you don't have any kind of, well, you probably have a sell the D point top that formed last month, I should say, with its oscillator change line holding and price trading with inside its profile. 844.77, and it's a bearish structured profile, is the key resistance level. So at this stage here, with regard to Eli Lilly, you really got to watch that 877.18 level. If price is able to close above that, you still have another resistance point, 888 and change. And if it closes above that, you're off to the 930.53, maybe even the highs for Eli Lilly out there. So that's the Eli Lilly as well as the XLV. We come back from this break. Hector would like to take a look at AU, and Tom would like to take a look at NVDL. Of course, I'd love to hear from you as well at 877-927-6640. Steve at TFNN.com.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly Gold Report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry Pesavento Friday, July 12th and Friday, July 26th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time for 3 hours of live trading. For this month only, use promo code LarryJuly24 at checkout to save $50 on your first month subscription. For all the information and to reserve your spot today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at Anglo Ashanti. Ticker symbol there is AU. This is for Hector. And if we take a look at this, this had a nice TD9 count top, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. That went ahead and confirmed on July 17th. That took price right back to its breakout level about 4 days ago, Hector, and that was at the 25.87 level. So support is held. Now, I don't have a bottoming pattern other than getting back to breakout level support. And again, that can be a bottom. And at this stage here, that's what we're going to call it. Price right now is trading above where a counter trend rally would end. That was the center of its profile. So the first thing you want to look at today, Hector, is does price close above 28.48? If it does, odds favor move back to the 29.35 level or even 30.09. Those would be the two next upside battlegrounds. Price is trading into a swing point from July 31st that generated volume of 1.9 million shares. You're up today with 1.3 million shares. Anglo Ashanti is moving into a swing point with volume. That high's already been tested, even if it closes below that high. Again, that high being 28.99. Even if price closes below that today, that high is going to be tested or should be tested once again. But the key is 28.48 from the daily time frame. The weekly chart is right now taking on resistance at 28.87. We did get one monthly close above that level, but then the next month price closed back below that. But that's your battleground out there. The monthly time frame chart is likely going to go ahead at the end of the month, confirm a TD9 count top. Now that top might not come until September out there. It's bullish no matter what as we speak. As we take a look at it now. So you got bullish, you got breakout bull going on in the monthly time frame. You've got breakout bull going on in the weekly time frame, but we know it's testing a key area of resistance. And you are bullish at this moment in time on the daily time frame. So I've given you the parameters there. So Hector and Patty, I hope that helps answer your questions with regard to Anglo Ashanti. Always good to hear from you, and have a terrific Thursday. We've got a request from Tom G inside the Tiger's Den. He's loving NVDL out here. And his question basically has been really intraday trading this. So we'll take a look at a first thing that I'm going to do out here. Your question was, you got into it, you were in it, then you sold it, then you got into it again this morning. And your question is, should you sell it or should you sell it now? My answer to that question is going to be determined by what's going on this 30-minute time frame chart. That put in a TD9 count bottom pattern. Need to get my cursor out here. That TD9 count bottom pattern went ahead and confirmed at 10 o'clock this morning. Price is taking on profile resistance, and it's trading above it right now, it being 44.87. So Tom G, the very first thing, if price closes on a 30-minute basis, which is now not till 23 more minutes from now, if it closes above that level, then it's going to likely rally to 47.09. If it takes out 47.09, then you're very likely going to get back to that wave number 7 top. Maybe that's where you sold yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Sounds like you might have, because you sold at 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday, or you sold yesterday. I'm assuming it's around 10 when you had that Basil Chapman wave number 7 signal out there. And then you bought this morning. Well, you've got that TD9 count that was going for you. So now what you're dealing with on an intraday chart are the resistance levels, which price at the moment is trading above from a profile standpoint. And if it does, likely to get up to that 47.09 area. So that's what's going on intraday. How about in the daily time frame? Where's the level that Tom needs to be paying attention to that could act as resistance? And that would be at 50.62. Also, this is it was a bullish structured daily profile. The price closed below for more than 2 consecutive sessions. So any rally or counter trend move should end between 50.62 and 55.24. The weekly time frame chart is still holding support of its bullish structured profile at 43.04. So just adds the idea that we should see a little bit higher price out there. Whether or not you take that trade above 47.09 or not, that I don't know. But I think you've got a good handle on it, and I would not exit it right at this moment in time. But watch those numbers out there. So I hope that helps you out with regard to NVDL. Now, I don't have any other requests, nothing inside the Tiger's Den that I see out there. So let's go back and get to those intraday charts out there. I only covered the NQ out here. So the NQ has now gone ahead, as we said, at 11:30 would go ahead and complete a TD9 count bottom pattern. I'm going to open up the 30-minute chart here, then I'll pull up the ES. So now I've got some additional parameters to provide to each of you. What should unfold is price should pull back to test that oscillator and change line around the 18,207-ish type area. However, if we get a close above the TD9 count top, this is another number you want to have on your pad of paper, 18,438. You close above that, that tells us that we are continuing to move higher. Now, the next 30-minute battle would be 18,488 out there. And if you were to close above that, you're headed higher, is what would be communicated to you and I. Again, pay attention to that NQ, that 2-hour time frame chart out there. Again, this candle says is going to complete here in about 24 minutes. And if we do close above the level of 18,373, that is a very bullish signal for the 2-hour time frame chart. Doesn't mean we're not going to have some jostling around. I'm not saying that at all. Now, let's take a look at the ES mini charts and see what they're communicating, because each of these have got, whoa, Stevie did not mean to do that. That's for sure. And I went to the total black screens there. There we go. Now we're back. So let me try that one more time out there, see if I can make sure these fat fingers don't hit the wrong keys. It's going to take just a moment or so in order for the ES mini charts to completely fill in here. But the daily, again, we talked about the daily. We talked about how it may form a Gartley buy pattern at day's end. We talked about that new profile that's attempting to form. And 5403 or so would be a key level of resistance on a further rally. If we look at the 5-hour time frame chart, 5341. So you have 5341 to 5403. 5341 is the top of its profile. The 240-minute time frame chart has a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. 5396 is its level. So you got 5341, 5396, 5403-ish. And now on the 120-minute chart, well, it turns out that the ES Mini and the NQ have a similar pattern out here. That similar pattern being that bullish structured profile that price was below. A nice Rhodes momentum indicator signal. So the level that you're watching at 12 noon is going to be 53.18 and a quarter. If price closes above that, that suggests that this is more than a counter trend move to the upside, and 53.59 to 53.78.50 would be the price targets on a further rally. On the 30-minute time frame chart, just like the NQ, you have a TD9 count pattern that completed. The high of that pattern, well, I take that back. It's completing as we speak right now. So I'll give you the high of the last candle. I don't know if that's going to be the high of this pattern, but the high of that session is at 53.27 and a quarter. If price doesn't tick above that, then that's the number you'll be watching for, that if price closes above would suggest we have a further rally. Now, that further rally is going to run into resistance, not at too much further up at 53.43 out there. Price should pull back to the oscillator and change line, which has turned green, went from red to green. 52.78-ish is the number on a pullback. What I would share with you is if we do get a pullback, a test and rejection of that green oscillator and change line, that would likely be the C point of a new A to B equals CD to the upside inside of the ES Mini. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, during that break, I went ahead and put together our correlation chart, which is on your screen right now. It's a correlation, directional correlation between silver and Pan American silver out there. So we talked about how PAAS was pulling back into its swing point from August 5th with volume out there, and and it looks bearish unless we get a bullish reversal candle. But what I have this set at is a 3-day. This is a 3-day correlation, about as tight as you can get out there. The bottom panel shows when bars are above zero, it has a directional correlation. So Alton, that's why you asked about buy, sell, or hold out there. If you look at the silver chart, it is likely, not a guarantee, but is likely going to go ahead and confirm a Gartley buy pattern. This is a 1 to 1.272, A to B equals C. You're getting a bullish engulfing candle as we speak right now. So if this bottoms, well, then I would say that Pan American silver is also going to bottom out there. Now, let me see if I have the profiles that I can add to this set of charts out there. So Pan American silver trying to actually form a new profile above price, but it's really the one on silver that I wanted. And so in the case of silver, that's a daily profile. So price is trading right up into that level right now. So on silver, at least on this chart here, this is telling us you need to see silver close above 27.96, not necessarily today, to tell you that this is more than a counter trend move out there. So there's your directional correlation. I hope that helped you out. And no other requests that I have right now. So I say we just simply, let's go party. Let's go out to the beach. I've been to the beach for a while, but I'm going to put that on today's list of things to do. You know what we should do? Let's go take a look at the underlying instruments making up basically the top 8 instruments inside the S&P and the NDX 100 out there. So let's see, what do I have out here? I wish I could. Shoot, I can't see. I can't tell which chart I've got up here. Not great. What's it look like? I think the lower right chart should be Eli Lilly. I hope that's the case. So these are going to be the top 8 charts inside of the S&P 500. So if we take a look at Apple, let's look at each of them just to try to gauge what the underlying instruments are communicating to us. And right now, price is taking on, or took on yesterday, the bottom of a new profile that formed out here. And that level is at 213.76. So that's where the battle is. If price can close above 213.76, we ought to see move up to the 219.68 level. That would be the next battle, and above that would be 225.60. A to B equals CD to the downside, but no bullish reversal candle, although I guess you could get one today out there. So no confirmed. Watch Watch that 213.76 for a clue. Microsoft, we talked about how Microsoft formed a TD9 count bottom. It's got the pattern in there. It really needs to take out its oscillator and change line in order to get any real traction to the upside. Right now, that's at 412.65. In the case of NVIDIA is got an A to B equals C pattern on the downside, waiting for a bullish reversal candle. Its resistance level, its key level resistance, where a counter trend rally would end, would be at 111.40. In the case of Amazon has a buy the D point pattern out there. Price should rally towards its oscillator and change line, 172.36. Facebook is just simply consolidating with inside its daily profile, or Meta, I guess what I should say. That's between 467.10 and 514.95 out there. In the case of Google, if we get a bullish reversal candle today, all that is required is a close above yesterday's open. We're there right now. That would generate a buy the D point pattern, suggest a rally up towards 168.19 to 170.12. Berkshire Hathaway, it does not have a so it may have bottomed. It had a TD9 count top. The price got back towards its breakout level. Didn't hit it. Doesn't have to hit it. Got close enough, which is at 405.03 out there. So now what you've got is a consolidation with inside its profile. The key level of resistance for I've got the NDX. Thank you, Mr. Bill. So I'll switch back. I appreciate that. Thank you for helping me. Of course, I wasn't looking at that. Let's see here. So, Mr. Bill, lower right hand on the screen should be Eli Lilly, LLY, and then Berkshire Hathaway, which is what I was referring to out here. So if we take a look at that Berkshire Hathaway, what price has done, again, it may have bottomed by getting back to its breakout level. And now what we can see is that oscillator and change line yesterday was acting as a key level resistance, 432.77. If price can close above that, you'd have a battle at 436.33 and then at 443.89. And Eli Lilly, we already covered that. So what's on the other chart? Let me go back to the NDX set of charts out there, because Costco is one that is not, that's inside the NDX in its top 8, but it's not inside the S&P 500. So if we take a look at Costco and get a feel for what it's doing out here, this got back towards its breakout level, closed below the bottom of its bull structure profile for one session, got back into it the following session, so that was a false move, and now you're getting a breakout. The breakout, well, I don't know. Hopefully you're looking at Costco, and let me see here. No, I did have the right set of charts out there. See? Oh, now I know how to actually check to see what I have. Should have really thought about that. In any event, here's a chart for Costco. So you can see the Wave 7 top, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, price getting back below that bullish structure profile for only one session. But right now what we're doing is we've got price trading above 828.93, and that's the top of its profile. And if Costco closes above that today and tomorrow, we're going to see a further rally inside of Costco. So is there anything else that I didn't cover? Avgo. So Broadcom is another stock chart we didn't take a look at. What we see here is the A to B equals CD downside pattern out there. We see price below the bottom. It's just simply its a profile level for a couple of sessions. We can see that yesterday's rally ran into oscillator and change line resistance there. So what Avgo or Broadcom needs to do is close above 148.36 or thereabouts in order to suggest that it's got some potential to the upside out there. So that's what I see, and take a look at, in essence, the top 8 charts out there for the S&P and for the Dow. And if I screwed that up, my apology. But what I did learn, because everything's happening for me, is I learned how to figure out exactly when I run into that situation again, which set of charts that I'm on out there. So there we go, and I'll just check the email here, see if we've got any requests that have come in, and if not, I'll figure out where we're going to go. Yes, we do. Tom C. wants to take a look at natural gas out here, UNG. Well, before I do that, and I will do that, but we're going to go take a look at the natural gas contract out here. And it's a September contract, which more likely than not is the let me do one other thing while I'm doing this. You go me a moment. I'm going to get the UNG charts building on my other set of tools out here. And UNG. Now let me just make sure that we're in the right spot. We are. Now, let's go take a look at natural gas. And we'll do that here by taking a look at this chart. and we're going to blow it up here. And so what we have with natural gas is a TD9 count bottom. That TD9 count bottom went ahead and confirmed on the trading day of August the 6th out there. And what we have right now is we have a price that is trading above the top of its daily profile. And that's what you want to see if you are long UNG as an example. Now, I don't know where it's going to close this afternoon, but if UNG closes above 212, 2.122 to be exact, odds favor we have a change in trend. You would need to see that second signal above that. So that's the first level for you to be watching. It's $2.12. We come back to this break, we're going to go take a look at the UNG charts and take a look at the level that it needs to close above to kind of complement what the September natural gas contract is communicating to you and I. We'll be right back.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back. So Tom C., what I've got up on my screen here right now is the 33-year seasonal trading cycle inside of natural gas. And you can see that we're in a favorable time period. That favorable time period typically starts in the late part of July. We know that we got a bottom a few days ago out there on August the 6th, and this typically trades higher into October 17th out there. So what you're looking for is you're looking for that confirmation of that signal which is that daily chart that we took a look at with natural gas closing above. And I did take a look during the break. It is only the September contract inside the UNG. So you're looking for two close above 212 out there. And if you get that, that's going to suggest that UNG should continue to move higher. Now, in the case of the UNG, it's taking on 1447, which was a TD9 count breakdown level out there. Does that matter to Stevie? Absolutely not. It's the underlying instrument that it matters most about. That's why if you're going to trade UNG, you don't have to trade the future contract, but you want to get access to the future contract so that you can use that from a charting standpoint. Now, what's nice here is it could be a fairly significant bottom. At least UNG shows a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom that is forming. Now, it has a battle at 1464. So that would, I'd say, potentially be the next battle upside. And then above that would be 1697 out there. So that's what I see, Tom, when I take a look at UNG and the natural gas September futures contract. Hope that helps you out. So we're about to close out the show. Where do we want to go to? Let's come back here. That was the ES. Just simply going to put up the NQ here for a moment. And here's what I would say. I would say more likely than not, this rally holds today. You got the DAX that came from trading much lower this morning to now looks like it is closing or has closed at the high of its session out there. So that would be a good signal for the NQ. Now that confirmation for the NQ is going to come by negating its 30-minute TD9 count top out there. And again, that number for you to watch during the day is 18,438. You get a close above that, we are likely headed higher. And I would have to say that higher ought to get us to at least 18,496 out there. Maybe even 18,558. Folks, thanks so much for joining me. I look forward to being back with you tomorrow on Fantastic Friday. Have a terrific Thursday. Be safe out there.